How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the 10 creepiest explores or unexplained explores that I've ever been on. Now, some of these don't have the creepiest locations, however it was what happened at them when we went there. And just to add a quick disclaimer, I don't believe in ghosts, and I wouldn't say that during my Urbex career we've seen a lot of unexplained activity. However, there have been a few times when we have had stuff happen that can't really explain, and other times where things have just felt a bit eerie and a bit creepy, so I've included those in the list as well. So let's not waste any time, let's get straight into it with number 10. So number 10 was pretty early on in my urban exploring days, and it was an old ammunition tunnel. So it wasn't exactly the creepiest location, however, I didn't have much experience doing any urban explorations, and this was the first time I've pretty much been in a long underground tunnel that was dark. And although undoubtedly at the time the place for me was creepy, it was more the fact that something pretty hilarious happened, and it was something that for the rest of my life I've remembered and filmed slightly differently because of, and that was I fell in a hole. I underestimated exactly how dark it was going to be down here. It's incredibly dark, and my head torch doesn't do very much. I can see perfectly well, but it doesn't work for the camera.
It goes a mile up.
So these tracks, like I was saying, are the way that they transport the ammunition to and from places, and they literally go all the way along and down into the depths of the darkness which is behind me. I fear I'm getting left behind as well. Creepy. Shit. Yeah, that'll teach me to piss around with the camera there. Yeah, there's a fucking hole there. That's always a good fucking dumb shit. So for number 9, this was a place that, again, not a very creepy place in itself. The place was cool, it was a very good explore. It was more what happened to us at the time. So we got in there and we started filming, and we started looking around. We do this every time we go to an explore. We start sort of looking around the place to see what's there, what's best to start filming, etc. For many reasons. Sometimes it's for like we could get caught by police, so we want to film the best stuff first, or sometimes it could be just, well, this makes sense to start here or whatever. We always tend to have a look around first, and this was one of those times. And as we walked into one of those rooms, something we really didn't expect was to have someone sleeping in that room. So yeah, this is what happened.
Do you want to do that last?
Don't mind.
Or do you want to do that first?
Don't mind. Is that the front doors?
I think that's the front door, yeah.
Okay, so we've got upstairs and through here basically, or
What's in there?
this one. So look.
That's where people are living.
Oh god. Oh god. Is it just you, mate, or is there anyone else? Alright, is it alright to look around? Alright, cheers, thank you. So number 8. Number 8 is where we start getting a bit creepier. So this is a place that was very hard to find when we were looking for it. And we knew that it was like an underground cave that had been abandoned for like 20 years. And we also knew that it was a bat habitat. By this point I've been in underground tunnels before where there's been bats flying around and stuff. But never have I ever seen this many in a small space, all clumped together. On this one wall in this place there was about, and I'm not joking when I say this, about 50 bats, and obviously most people will be like, well, just avoid them, don't disturb them, etc., which is what we were trying to do. The problem was it was very tight knit, and there was one path that meant we had to walk almost straight past them within like about a metre, trying not to disturb about 50 bats. So, but also the place itself was creepy. I mean, I remember there being like holes that, because we went there with Colin and I think Neil, and there was like holes that went underground that could have gone on for miles, and we were just like, wow, that's crazy. Very, very cool location. Take a look.
Oh my fuck! Come up here, come up here, come up here.
Where?
Come up here.
Where is it?
Just come up here. Yeah, come up here.
Oh, there's loads of them.
There's about 50.
Oh, you're kidding me.
There must be, look.
Oh my god.
Tazer, look. There must be about 50.
Oh shit. Guys,
check this out. Colin just said to me, are you scared of bats? And I went, a little bit. Oh, shit.
There's a better look, guys. Look at how many bloody bats there are.
Jesus Christ.
I've never seen anything like it, seriously.
That's mad. I've seen a couple of... I didn't expect that many bats.
I know. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like it.
Right, guys, so we're going to venture past the bats again. So this should be fun.
A lot of them have flown off now. Have they? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll lose them.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Number 7 comes from a bit of a dud location. We'd been given this place to go and check out, and it was like in the middle of the woods. So we'd turn up here about, I don't know, it was very dark, I don't know what time it was, probably quite late, probably about 10 o'clock at night. And we've got a half an hour walk through woods because we can only park so close to this location. So we literally got out the car, we're already kind of a bit freaked out, it's dark, we're in the middle of nowhere, we're walking through the woods, and we start sort of hearing noises and seeing things, and we get stopping and looking and things. And obviously it's a woods, there's going to be animals and stuff, but yeah, I don't know, we just had this whole vibe while we were there, the whole time we were there, that we were being watched by somebody, and it felt very, very freaky.
That's so weird how quiet it is.
Did you hear the wind though, over there? Oh shit, we've got an obstacle on the road.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck are you doing? You scared the shit out of me. I thought he was right behind me.
Sorry,
I literally
should have announced that.
I thought it was right behind me, then I hear someone running up behind me.
I ran because I realised how far you guys have gone.
Where did you go?
The tyre shoelace, apparently.
Shoelace.
Literally, I thought he was right behind us, and then fucking I hear footsteps running up behind us. I was like, what the fuck's that?
I actually brought a decent dog.
Look at you two, shit yourself. That's a
That
fox.
was really close there. That's what I mean, that was so close.
What is that?
That's one of them dangerous foxes.
One of them dangerous.
No, honestly, that's a...
Look, if it's a fox, I ain't scared.
It's getting darker and
What do
mistier
you
as well.
Somebody stand there like a little girl or something.
I'd fucking go home. I literally would. I'd be like, I'm home.
I don't even think I'd make it back to the car. I think I'd just die on the spot.
God, this is creepy.
Right, guys, be as quiet as possible.
You want us to be quiet?
Well, just showing people just how quiet it actually is.
Okay, I think we're going the wrong way.
Oh, come on.
Don't you dare turn around and say we've got to walk through that.
We do.
What you're saying is we need to walk...
Through that.
Through the
Fucking
haunted
hell.
woods.
We basically need to walk through that. Is that what you're telling us?
Yes.
Fuck's sake, Oscar.
I'm sorry, guys.
Really?
I'm the most scared here as well.
So guys, in case you missed that, we now need to go through there because we are going the wrong way. Which means you need to come off trail, completely off trail. And what the fuck's that?
What?
Right there.
Where?
That's a deer.
Deer, isn't it?
That looked like a fucking wolf.
That's what I was thinking as well. I was like, fucking hell, it's only a wolf.
Where do you think we are? In bloody Ukraine or somewhere? We're not in
That looked
Chernobyl.
like a wolf.
That
didn't
did
it?
genuinely. I thought it was a dog though. I thought it was a dog. That scared the shit out of
Can
me.
you keep your torch on whilst I...
There's something else moving over there as well. I see eyes reflecting. There, look, come here. It's gone behind trees now, but it's right there. I can see eyes reflecting. Yeah, there you are.
Where?
Yeah, that's another
Where?
deer.
Where are you
There's,
looking at?
there's just loads of deer.
Oh yes, I can now.
There you go.
I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, guys, but I shine the light into the woods, and there are loads of eyes just looking back. So
that's
these
a,
woods are literally just full with deer.
that is such a creepy way of putting it.
Huh?
That is such a creepy way of putting it. Fucking, every time I look in the woods, there's eyes staring back at me.
I've figured out the best way for me to do this is get a compass up and actually
Right.
look what direction we need to go.
That's a good shout.
Number 6. Now this one comes from a not so great explore. I mean, the explore was okay. There was a pretty cool cinema room in the basement, but apart from that, the place wasn't all that interesting. When we first got there, one of the first things that happened as I was doing my intro was we heard a noise behind us, and still to this day, I still don't know what that was. I mean, I can put it down to wind or curtains or something, but I've no idea. We both heard it. I was with Steve, and we both heard the noise. We both went to look and investigate, but to this day, I still don't know what it was. We didn't find anything on the floor, anything had been knocked over, nothing at all. We just heard this noise and it was like,
What? Where's that come from? So the first room we come into, there isn't actually much in by the looks of it. There's a couple of books and things. Over here, what actually are these? Oh, it's Slimming World magazines. Oh, and Sainsbury's magazines. Yeah. Right, guys, so in terms of history of this place, I'm always asked, what's the history, what's the history? Again, a lot of these places we don't know. We just kind of like see them and we're like, oh, let's come and check them out, see what they're like. Did you hear that? To be continued. Bear with us 1 sec.
Hello?
Hello? So guys, we're just checking out the place just because we heard a noise as we came in. Usually I wouldn't do this because I kind of like to be surprised as to what we're going to find, but when you hear a noise you're kind of like, should probably check that out just to make sure. Number 5 is a set of videos that you definitely should watch if you haven't seen these. I did 2 videos on this place, and the first time I went completely on my own. It was probably the dumbest idea ever to go to this place by myself, where it's got open lift shafts, it's got like flooded basements, etc. There's definitely evidence of squatters living here. There's needles all over the place. It was a terrible, stupid place to go to by myself. And the very first time I went, I did hear noises. It was hard to tell because there was a pub next door, and also there was like lots of rain, but I heard noises and voices that sounded like they were coming into the building, and being on my own, I hid. I was like, I'm hiding. I'm not being here when someone arrives. I want to know when they're coming and who they are, etc. before I kind of show them I'm here. So yeah, that creeps me out. But also the basement itself, we had to use welly boots the second time we went to try and get around this flooded bank vault, which was incredible. And if you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It had a creepy vibe to it again, as a lot of these places do. It had a creepy vibe to it, plus the first visit when I was on my own, plus the flooded basement, which could be ridiculously dangerous, and things like open lift shafts, like I've already said, there was an open lift shaft. It just was not a safe place to be. Yep, definitely someone been staying here. I hear voices. Gotta turn the lights off a second. Sounds like they're coming in. To be fair though, there is a pub right next door to this place, so it could be that. It doesn't help with all the rain as well. Can't tell because there's so much dripping going on. I think we're good. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll see how far we can go because some people have left these pallets here so you can stand on them. It's proper flooded. Oh, actually you can go quite far. Oh, there's another vault down there. Right, so we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Number 4, which is the abandoned sweet factory. Now, this place, we do know what this was, but it was damn creepy when we were there. We had no idea what was going on. We did figure out at the end what it was. So I went there with Oscar and I think a few others as well. And basically, we were walking around exploring this place.
and we start hearing noises, almost like scraping noises across the floor. These big noises. They weren't even like small. They couldn't have been like the wind blowing something off of a surface or something. But it was these big old scraping noises, as if someone was dragging, you know, almost like dragging an axe across. I mean, I dread to say that, but it did sound like that. It was very loud and metallic sounding. You could tell it sounded like that. So we hid. This is our go-to whenever we hear random noises. We don't know where they're coming from. We tend to hide, group up, make sure we're kind of safe together. And yeah, it turned out that somebody was on site. We don't know who they were, but we have a feeling it was squatters because later on we found evidence of people staying there. But yeah, it was very creepy. You don't know how people are going to react when it comes to that sort of thing. So yeah, take a look. What is that?
We're all together.
So what is that noise?
Someone else has got to be in it.
Is that gates opening? There might be security coming in.
That vibrated through the ceiling. Through all that metal shit up there.
Surely if it was security, they would have seen our flashlights by now.
Well, they may just be coming in the site. They may not know we're here.
We're either just going home or we've got to go for it.
I think go for it.
Well, I'm just going to have to follow the crowd, aren't I?
What do you think?
What's the worst that can happen? We can get brutally murdered.
Nathan, please.
I mean,
Wait, there's somebody fucking here.
where are you coming from?
That's people. That's voices.
Don't know what to think of it.
I think it's just like your bones.
I think it's people. I don't think it's security.
No, it's not security. They wouldn't be doing that. They'd be saying, what the fuck are you doing in there, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think they've realised we're here. That's the thing. Oh, wow, this is quite cool. Labs, looks it. Just do it.
Hello?
Hello? You don't need to run, we're not security. Hello? They're gone. I think we just scared them off. So guys, I think we know what the noise was. I'm pretty sure it was those other people we just bumped into. But we scared the shit out of them and they've run off. So sorry if you're watching this video, if that's you. But we're going to venture through and I think we should be fine. Number 3. So number 3 is one that I'm still personally in two minds about. Like, I think I've shown this clip before a few times and I still think someone was holding the door shut. I still think that. But anyway, we were in Sheffield and we went to this big old housing estate and we were there with, I think, Warren and Neil and Walking Exploring Urbex. We were there with a lot of people and I went into this one building where I subsequently found like a dead bird skeleton and stuff. And I was going, oh, that's pretty cool, you know. And then the door slams. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, either it's the wind or it's one of the guys who slammed the door behind me. But I went to check out the door and I couldn't open it. The door wouldn't open and I ended up having to bang on it. And I got quite peed off as well because I was like, this is somebody holding the door on the other side. This is like Warren, because Warren always used to like messing around and I thought this is going to be like Warren messing around, holding the door so I can't open it. So I got pretty pissed off, I'll be honest. I think I did swear at some point. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. I don't know. I'm still of two minds. I still think that someone was holding the door, but it could have been anything, really.
This one's actually got a balcony on it. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a dead bird. Huh. That is literally a dead bird. Jesus fucking Christ, you assholes! Open the fucking door. Okay, bin dicks. So well done for slamming it.
I didn't slam it. I was up here fucking doing it.
Really? Because I could see someone outside with a light. So somebody slammed it. Number 2. So, number 2 is one that's... I mean, number 2 and number 1 are ones that I can't explain. They are ones that I don't have an explanation for. As I've said, I don't believe in ghosts at all. But these are times that I really can't logically explain what happened. So number 2 is a place that we went to, again, dead of night, and the place itself was okay. It was a few decent bits. It was like books, there was glasses, and there was a few sort of rooms with bits in it as well. So basically what happened, I can't remember who was upstairs, who was downstairs first, but I know at one point Colin was upstairs and I was downstairs, and Colin sort of screamed, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on, what's going on? And he said, I saw a figure. So there's me usual kind of like, oh yeah, whatever. Because again, Colin's a bit of a joker. He does tend to mess around sometimes. And I thought, nothing. So later on, we do this quite often. We tend to swap. So one of us will be filming downstairs, one of us will be filming upstairs, and we swap, which is what we did. So I went upstairs and had almost the same thing. I saw like a figure. And I said to him, where did you see this figure? And it was like the top of the stairs. And it was the same place, exactly the same place he had seen this figure. And I just couldn't explain that because neither of us were where each other was. We both had these things individually. Yeah, some people might say that, he'd said something, so therefore I was expecting something to happen. Who knows? I don't know. But it was very weird, very creepy, and definitely something I can't explain. There's some car keys there. Front door keys. So let's head upstairs and see what else we can find. Oh, very sort of sterile smell up here.
I fucking can't do this.
Turn around.
See you look green.
Okay.
I thought you were ready to scare me.
No.
And
Right.
I walked out that room and I went, oh, and then, fuck.
So guys, I don't think I've recorded it. I know that Colin was recording it when I said about it upstairs, but when I was upstairs, basically I was stood at the top of the stairs and turned around and I thought there was a figure and I thought it was Colin right next to me. And it scared the crap out of me so much I backed away, and Colin was downstairs, he wasn't even here. And I was just downstairs now and Colin was upstairs and he's had exactly the same thing happen to him. Now you know me, I'm sceptical of ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts, but that just frightened the shit out of me.
Yeah, well you and me both.
I came out that room, I walked backwards out the room and I turned round and I thought you were there and I went, oh Nathan, and then you went, there was no one there. But I saw something standing there in front of me as I walked out, and I saw it, and mate, that fucking weird, really weird.
Jeez. So number one, I'm sure many of you guys are probably going to have guessed, considering it's not on this list already, which one this is going to be, because I've mentioned it several times, because it is undoubtedly the one thing I cannot explain. All right, no matter how I look at it, I don't know what this was. So let me start by giving a bit of background to this place. Now, it was quite a large area in quite a rich estate as well. It was a gated community. And we got on this site and we were going into the building and we couldn't find a way into the building because there were all these bars and shutters and stuff on every single window. Like downstairs, completely barred off. There's no way of getting in downstairs at all. Upstairs, even on the upstairs windows, there's still these like security shutter things across these windows. So unless you find an open one, you ain't getting in. And we did find an open one, luckily, but it was upstairs, and it was upstairs on a balcony. So we're like, how the hell are we going to get to that? Because without climbing, and I'm not the greatest climber in the world, without climbing, we're not getting into that window. So we look around, and randomly we find a ladder. We weren't expecting to find a ladder. We just found one randomly on the grass, picked it up, used that ladder to get onto the balcony, and then we pulled the ladder up behind us. So we're upstairs, we've got the ladder upstairs with us. No one's got access to that window because there's no other ladders. We're the only people there. There's no way in downstairs because of all these bars and stuff. I was like, yeah, okay, we're safe. We're pretty safe. So we explore around the place, and then at one point I'm filming and Colin sort of screams again. I go to find out what's going on, and he says, I've just heard like footsteps running off into a corner. And then we kind of carry on exploring for quite a long time. We do like the roof and stuff, all sorts of things. And as we're about to leave, I'm doing my outro, or just about to start doing my outro. There's this bang. But as we start looking around, we hear more and more of these sounds. And eventually there's one that's like really loud, metallic again, with this like kind of big, hefty sound. And again, I'm still at this point, I'm still thinking this is Colin. But looking back at the footage when I edited that video, he doesn't do anything. Like quite often I'm filming myself and he's behind me and you could see what he's doing. He isn't doing a thing. There's nothing there. So I really cannot explain this at all. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, take a look at the footage and tell me what you think. Colin's just started screaming. What's up? What? What happened?
It sounded like someone ran away from you. Does that sound even possible?
Ran away from you?
Yeah. Like, I was taking a picture of the fireplace and it sounded like someone went kind of like that. Like, into that corner. What was that? What was that? That wasn't you, was it?
Was that you?
No.
That's got to be you, mate,
That
surely.
wasn't me, that wasn't me. Well, there's no one in here, we know there's no one in here. There's no way into this house down there. Right, that wasn't me. I've got the torch in my hand.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, that's what I mean.
Hello?
What the hell?
What the actual fuck was that?
I don't know.
Don't want to go too far away from that ladder. Because we need that to get out.
Let's just check all the rooms and make sure there's no one else in there. We did go up and
We've been in every room,
There's
haven't
only one way in, and that's upstairs. We're the only
we? We're the owners of the ladder, yeah. Because well, this is why we took the ladder in.
Yeah. Cool.
It could be just things flapping around.
Something flapping around, maybe. Ooh.
That's not happening.
That's out, yeah, that is just something.
It's outside, I reckon. Maybe it's just...
That wasn't. What the fuck was that?
You're taking the fucking piss.
just looked in every single one of these rooms, there's nothing in it. Mate, that was really loud as well.
That was close as well, really close.
I'm actually shaking. I don't have to get scared like this.
Let's just get to the ladder and get out. Right, let's just get out.
This is really
I just want to get out. This is freaking the shit out of me. Bear me 1 sec. Hold that.
Mate, I've still got the torch. It's not me, I've got the torch in my hand.
What the fuck was that? Is that from the roof?
No, that's that room. So just bang on that window. Right, get freaked out now. The next one's not there.
Right guys, so that is it for the video. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you like this type of video, please let me know what other videos like this you'd like to see in the comments down below. Obviously there's like the top 10 explorers overall. I have been thinking about doing that for a while, but I wanted to start with the creepiest ones first because they're kind of cool. They're kind of a bit different, aren't they? So anyway, let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys again next time. See ya!
Wrapping a rag around my face, I pull my hoodie on. This ain't no time for rookies, young. Got my octo camera on. So the ain't can't be worried about no 5 or special ops. I keep my composure steady, thunder the ball of gold, cause I'm off the top.